Good afternoon, YouTube. Actually, we're going to talk about cooking on this video, but first I thought I'd show you a different viewpoint. This is my garden of 8 pumpkins and soon to be 8 skeletons for forges. Anyways, skeletons, from what I was under the impression of, is that when you die, they can be used for ransom stash. So, because when you die in the game, you know, you've got to go retrieve your stash, or you can pay gems and you don't have to go after it. However, I was told that by growing skeletons, because they're not pickable, you can't pick them out of the garden, right? Plant them, they're there, unless you destroy them and plant something else. But they can be used to ransom your stash, so you also wouldn't have to go. But I don't think 4 is going to do the trick, so I purposely, intentionally killed myself by jumping off the cliff several times, which is right over here where that big old pine tree or spruce tree is. I think it's a spruce. But anyways, jumped off there a few times. That didn't help, so I let a zombie attack the living hell out of me till I was, or just around 100 or just under 100 points, and then I jumped and I died, and well, my death stash ended up at the bottom, and yeah, no option to retrieve with the skeleton, so well, that's an interesting character. Got wings. Wonder if they can fly. Anyways, let's get into the cooking portion. Until you achieve the level in which you get this cooking pot, you cannot cook. So do not collect any meat. Don't go fishing for any fish, at least, to eat. Because if you eat raw fish and you eat raw meat, well, it's going to make you very sick. And if your health is already, you're not paying attention to the meters like you should be down in the left corner, well, yeah, you could die. Food poisoning from raw food. So, but anyway, you catch a lot more fish out of that ocean. You catch old worn out tires. I don't even know what they're for, but everything in this game has a purpose, but I don't know what the purpose is for car tires. I'm gonna have to ask another level 20 person that might know. In the meantime, let's show you how to cook. So, in my inventory I have a shrimp and I have some seaweed. And different foods have different, well, drawbacks and positive sides to them, okay? So you're gonna walk right up into the cooking area here, and you're gonna press C, and you're gonna just click on an item. It'll pop it up there, and then you click on cook, but it's gonna tell you +1, +1, +1, +1, +1, okay? Well, that's fine. So what do we get out of seaweed? We get +3 on thirst, which means we're not gonna get thirsty as fast, okay? Same with the other ones, +3s, right? So, one very beneficial food I found has actually been these, and this is jar food, which you can find laying around the ground, especially at the compound / prison / military base, whatever the heck it actually is. You know there's a tank there, so it's got to be something military. And there are some military dudes walking around that will shoot you, but there's mostly zombies, raptors, wolves, and such, but everything outside our protective barrier wants to kill us, including the great white sharks, and they're very relentless little buggers. Anyways, let's press C to cook, and this is going to give us a +2, +2, +2, +2, +2, but actually, once it's cooked, it brings up the menu of your last 12 meals that you cooked, and it's telling me I'm going to get all +6s out of that deal. So it's tripling. I don't know if it's because it's today, or you know, because they do have specials where you can get tripled or whatever, or double the whatever type of thing, I don't know. But golden fruits also give you all +3, okay? So you can cook every single food that you collect. Now you can just straight out eat any food you want, and it's going to have X amount of benefits to you, right? But they won't be in this list because this is the cooking area list where you cook, okay? So, get back out of this menu, and put these back. This one anyways. I'm out of room. I've got all these bananas, and I've got what do you call it there, watermelons. Okay, bananas, watermelons. I've got some chilies. I've got these canned jarred foods. I got some wolf meat. Wolf meat's actually pretty good for you. The raptor meat, well, not entirely as good. Raptor gives you +2, +2, -2, and +2. I don't have wolf meat on the list right now because, well, I've been eating a lot of stuff and it only tracks the last 12. Mushrooms, of course, have their good and bad points to them. And, well, skull caps are all negatives, so don't eat skull caps cooked or otherwise. Because, well, you can use them for other things. Now, like I said, everything in this game has a purpose of some sort, okay? Now, what that purpose is isn't always entirely clear. So you got to kind of collect everything, but you only got limited space. You got, 20 slots in your main bag, which is a military backpack that's on your back, and you can also have others, which I have an additional, now up to 14, damn it. I can only pick up so much stuff off the ground, and I got to start swapping that in there. I just got way too much stuff, but I have this for giving out to people. I also have it for my own consumption. I like to jack the living hell out of my health and my stamina, so I eat like, a couple hundred bananas, a couple hundred peaches, and yeah, I'm almost indestructible. Almost. Not quite. Okay? I'm only jumping off cliff, so only get you 100 points of health off, so yeah, would have been an all-day event doing that. Anyways, so that's the cooking part, okay? So now bones are something that if you get bones as a loot prize or you just pick them up somewhere, you plant them and they turn into these skeleton guys, okay, which have some glowing eyeballs, which is kind of neat. Now, what they exactly do other than for decorational purpose and being Halloween, because we do have the jack-o'-lantern and we're nowhere near Halloween yet, I figured that since I can now duplicate anything into everything, literally, like in multiples or whatever I want, within the limits of my storage, obviously, I don't have to grow food anymore. But you can eat pumpkins. You can eat them cooked and they're really good. You can eat them raw and they're pretty good too. Okay? No big deal. And always keep an eye on your hunger, thirst bars especially, and your health. If any of those go to zero, you die. Okay? Stamina, it can go to zero all at once. It'll self-recover either way to its lowest point, which is like 101 for me. But anyway, so that kind of concludes cooking. I think it's level 6. It's between 15 and 17. You get the cooking pot, but until you get that pot, you can't cook anything. So again, don't collect any meat. If you do have a fishing pole and you've gone fishing and you've got fish, don't bother to eat them because they're not good for you unless you can cook them. So, but when you can cook them, they do have some benefits and drawbacks depending upon the fish, obviously, too. Like I said, you're going to catch a lot more fish out of this ocean. You're going to catch stones, batteries. Batteries are handy for making flashlights. If you do win a flashlight in the game or somebody gives you one, you can actually craft it. Almost everything is craftable in this game via your research table here, okay? And it's pretty easy to use. Just walk onto it, click C, take your item, chuck it on, click research. If it's something that can be crafted, it will start the process, and you can't do more than 4 things at a time. One of which that's always ongoing until you complete 2 level 20 will be your base. So technically 3 other things until you got to the top max, which I'm at the max, so the only thing I can do is continue crafting everything else that's craftable, and I can make it this way. Or I can take any one of these items I've made and I can duplicate them. Now I do have a video on that on my channel called Island Survival Alpha Game Tricks, and that's one of them. I taught a friend of mine a new trick today too, and that's if you go up to this very top cliff, you can fly from there to that island that has the hydro wires as well. So you're crossing the ocean. Now you can do that as long as you have the stamina for it, which means you got to eat a lot of bananas, okay? It's the only way to get that amount of good, fast, and high-powered stamina. As you can probably see on my screen right now, my stamina is at 5,505. Okay, that's 200 bananas worth basically. Okay, minus anything I've lost since eating them, but it puts it well over 5,500 either way. My health is at 601. That's just 100 peaches. 200 peaches, basically double. 400, etc. You get the idea. And the way you eat something extremely fast would be, let me just find something here. Take the pumpkins, okay? Put them in the main bag, close that window, and then just put your mouse over there and just click the living snot out of your mouth, and you can just gobble that up like, okay? So now we can't increase our hunger past the limit or our thirst past the limits other than any food benefits we get from cooking, okay? But health and stamina, we can jack the living hell out of them. We just have to have the available stuff. So if you watch my video on the game tricks, it's about duplicating things. So I can actually take these, and I can take any item that's a one of, we'll say, like a scuba tank, for example. I can take one and I can turn it into 100. So I've basically got 2, 4, 6, 8, 900, 1,000, 1,106, 1,106 tanks of air. Now these are bulked up, so as you collect tanks, just stack them, because each tank is only good for 3 minutes of air anyways. So you might as well stack them, because you're going to end up having to eventually go diving to get pearls. And you're going to need pearls for your last 2 upgrades, okay? You're going to need 50 for the upgrade from 18 to 19. From 19 to 20, you're going to need 100 pearls, okay? I believe it's 100. Anyway, so that's how that's going to work. So that's one major purpose for pearls, is for the upgrades later. So you can go scuba diving anytime you want and start collecting pearls. I would encourage you to do it the sooner the better. Just be careful of the great white sharks, because literally they are great whites. They are relentless. Once they've got your trail, they are not giving up until they can kill you or you kill them. Okay? And they're always hiding around here someplace. Usually they stick their heads up, not their heads, sorry, their fins, and you can usually see them. There's one right over there. Okay. Yeah, you saw me. Play chicken with them. Don't run into the water and try and kill them. Shoot them from a distance with a gun. Otherwise, yeah, if you haven't overjacked the snot out of your health, you're going to be dead. And once they get their jaws into you, they don't like to let go. They just kind of keep chomping on you. So good luck getting away at that point. So find a way to kill them. Now, underwater when you're fighting one, you can fight them with a sword, you can shoot them with a gun, because there's no laws of physics with guns in this game. Bullets do fly quite well underwater. So killing a shark that way works really well. Anyways, other than that, when it's raining, all surfaces are slippery, so watch yourself. You could end up going into the ocean and getting eaten by some sharks. It happened to me once. Plus I hit the electrical fence at the compound once myself too, and that at least only took 2 tries to get back. I figured out pretty quickly how to get my stash back without getting electrocuted again, because my stash was right in the middle of the fence where I died. So where you die, that is precisely where your stash will be, okay? And you do get a guide to take you to your stash, but you can also look on the map as well. That's usually a good help to help you with the direction you need to go to get it. And there's the base down there, okay? And always in this compound, by the way, this 4th one here, this building, is always, there's nothing in there. But the other 3 have boxes that you can open and get stuff. You've got all the towers, you've got a couple platforms that have boxes. There's boxes in all different places too. Places where you wouldn't think there would be one, there's one there, kind of thing, right? Not to mention all the other goodies that you can get underground and through tunnels and whatnot, and all the other gems and stuff. And you are going to be collecting an awful lot of stuff in the game. Not that you have to go to the extremes I have. If I was to limit myself, because I can duplicate, I could definitely free up a lot of bags, but I kind of choose not to do it that way. I don't know, maybe I'm a greedy Gretchen or something, I have no idea. But I've only got 4 of the iron of 999 units each, same as these and this. Plus I'm cooking more obsidian and steel actually right now in the forges, because I need more. just for the heck of it, and it gets the smokestacks going until they got something to do. Anyways, we got 36 minutes left for my other skeletons to be grown. I don't know, maybe I didn't have enough skeletons. I'll have 8 altogether, so maybe I'll try killing myself again another day and seeing if 8 gives me access, and if it doesn't, well then obviously that person was either not correct or I misunderstood what they said or something. I have no idea, but either way, they're cool looking dudes either way. So that's what I got for you on this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll be sure to catch you on the next one. See ya.